One of the ways we can compare assets in capital budgeting is through something referred to as a net present value profile. And quite simply, all it does is it creates a data table and graph that illustrates the net present value of a project at varying costs of financing. So all we do is change the required return or the weighted average cost of capital of the project and calculate its net present value. So we have two projects here, Project A and B. We've been using these projects before. So if we scroll down to the bottom, we have lots of rows here, but if we scroll down, we find here are the net present values, 11,000 and 10,924. Now a number of interest, and we'll talk about this in a second, is the internal rate of return. A is 19.8 and B is 21.65. So how does this work? We need to create a data table for each of the projects. So here's the net present value of A, and there's two things that we can adjust so we get a picture that we can understand and analyze. First thing you want to tell it where to start the discount rates. So if you look at these numbers, we're in the 19 to 20 range. So we're going to start at 10. And then we're going to have an increment of 2%. So you see, what is the net present value at 10%? We calculate that 11,071. What is it at 28%? Negative 6552. So this just calculates the different net present values for the varying projects based on changing costs of financing. And what we find is here, somewhere is 18%, there's 20%, somewhere between 18 and 19, this project goes from a positive net present value to a negative net present value. One of the definitions we had for internal rate of return is it's the discount rate that creates a zero net present value. So if I wanted to do this a little bit better, why don't we just see what 1% does? So we know it's what? So here's 19%, there's 20%. If we wanted to get even better, why don't we do 15% and change this by 0.5%. Oops, 0.05%. So now we find what? Here's 15, oops, 0.005%, a half a percent. And again, it's rounding it up, so let me get this rounding thing done, fixed here. These need rounding fixing. Sorry, wasn't expecting to do this. Right? So here we go, by half 10. So somewhere between 19.5 and 20%. Again, if we scroll down here, we know it's at actually 19.8%. So what this shows, if we convert this to a graph, again, let's go back to our original example. We had 2%, and let's use 10. You can see what? Here's the orange line here is Project B. The blue line is Project A. Where they cross the zero axis, right here is A. That's about 19% or so. And then over here, or just a little bit past 21%, is the internal rate of return for Project B. So understanding the picture, again, tells us something about the project. The steepness of this slope tells us how sensitive it is to the cost of financing. We can also, from time to time, find that these numbers cross each other. We'll see this maybe in another video, certainly in other examples where we're comparing two projects. And that analysis can be kind of interesting. So maybe we'll see that in another video. Again, that's all for this video. Look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.